I'm back again. Quick video. I know, 2 videos in 2 days. I can take my hand off the wheel. I'm in a parking lot. But you're probably going to be amazed. But I'm going to have a quick chat. First off, about respecting it. I'm going to use that some way. I'm going to try to tie that into my next little rant. But you know, a lot of people think that respect is just given or you can just demand it. And that's not the case. You have to actually earn it. And you can't earn it by running your mouth. You've got to earn it by the things you do. I'm going to tell you a quick personal story as to how I've done that in the past. In high school, I was in band. And in December, November, that area, we would do fruit fundraisers. And that's where we'd have big boxes. We'd sell produce like oranges, grapefruit, things like that, and they'd come in those big boxes like you sometimes see at the store. Well, we would have to unload the truck, and it'd be a 53-foot air-cooled truck, and this was my freshman year, and they were all, you can't handle that. Well, I wasn't good enough to be up in the truck, and they made that clear. And well, the worst position was being on the end, putting it on the roller, and if they could get 3/4 of a pallet done, that was good. Some people didn't even make that. Some would get a little bit more, but about halfway through the truck, they got to the point that they couldn't get anyone else up there on the truck that could handle that. And I kept bugging them, put me up there, put me up there. No, you can't handle it. You're too weak. You're too blah, blah, blah. Well, finally they gave in, and they put me up there on the end. And they weren't just handing the boxes to me. Oh no. They had the biggest, strongest guy up there, and they were lobbing them at me. Well, I got about half a pallet done, and it's like, you ready to quit? No, I'll let you know when I'm ready. 3/4, you ready? No, I told you. I'll let you know. Finally got one done. I'm not done yet. Midway through the second one, they said, are you sure you don't quit? I said, no, I promise you, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Well, here's how I earned their respect. I finished the second half of that truck out by myself on the end without taking a break. Then I hopped down, put the rollers up, and while they were getting in line to get their produce to head home, I proceeded to help. They were standing in line watching me as I helped the driver throw the pallets up in the trailer of the truck. That's how I earned respect. I didn't do it by whining, running my mouth, or anything else. I did it by stepping up to the plate and getting the job done. That's how you earn respect. Now let's segue into something that can take away respect, and that's, being rude and inconsiderate and the such. Just heading back from the store, and this is a true story. Not only, for some reason, people are getting to where they want one person can block an entire aisle. And I don't understand how one person can block an entire aisle at the store. But they will. And if you try to get past them, they will turn and look at you like, what's your problem? Or they'll see you walking and then come along and they'll be on one side, and then all of a sudden they'll take their buggy and pull it sideways where you can't go any further. And I don't get that. It's like when they leave their buggies in the middle of the aisle and walk off and go someplace else. I don't get that stuff. And there's a few times I started mumbling under my breath, but there's a few times I proceeded to cuss quite loudly, and that was, I would be standing there waiting my turn, and these pricks would just walk up and proceed to start trying to butt me out of the way. It wasn't excuse me or anything else. They all of a sudden start trying to wedge themselves between either my buggy and the shelf, or between myself and the shelf. That was easy to say. And I did start getting quite vocal on that one, because maybe I'm this is just me, but I'm raised, you say, hey, excuse me, and, let people move out of the way. You don't just start trying to push people out of the way to get what you want. And that's the thing. We live in a fast food society, if you will, where it's what I want right now when I want it, without any thought of anyone else. It's how we see cars going the wrong way, and then they get, wrong way down a one-way street, and then they get pissed when the oncoming traffic blocks them where they can't get where they're going. They're blowing their horn and giving the finger. And it's funny, I've seen people run stop signs, red lights, and everything else under the sun. And I've had to jump cars out of the way of cars that did stuff like that while I was crossing the street, and I had the right of way, and they would be blowing the horn because they ran a stop sign or a red light and giving me the finger for getting in their way. It's like, no. And I proceeded to yell and say, hey, stop sign, you dumbass. Sorry for the language, but that's the truth. We're so ingrained with this notion of me now, right now. We forget there's other people around. And stuff like that, not only can it get away erode respect, but it can actually have a snowball effect and create more trouble than there should be. Keep that in mind when you go about your days. Are you focusing solely on yourself, or are you trying to take others into account? Anyway, I'm going to get on home. I got to get the yard mowed. That's a good 3-4 hour job. That's on a riding lawnmower. But yeah, just think about what I said. You're conducting yourself in a way to grow respect or erode it. Later.